previous class, guys. Okay. Right now we are in the fifth unit. Okay. Till now we have discussed a priori algorithm. Okay. Other algorithm related to finding the frequent item set is FP growth algorithm. Okay. FP means frequent pattern growth algorithm. Previously we have discussed a priori algorithm. Okay. Let us see what are the already we have one algorithm. Why we have went for this frequent pattern growth algorithm is there are some mainly two drawbacks are there in the priori algorithm. Okay, to overcome those drawbacks, the frequent pattern growth algorithm will help you to eliminate those drawbacks. What are the drawbacks related to a priori algorithm means? Okay, while constructing while finding the frequent pattern, okay, in the each step, in the first step we have generated a candidate one set, right? In the second step we have generated the candidate two set, and the third step we have generated the candidate three set. Means for each step we have to build the candidate set. Okay, for building this candidate set, guys, okay, we have to repeatedly scan the data set, right? Antana kada. Okay, we have to scan the all the transactions, how many times each item set is repeated. We have to find out. Okay, these are the two disadvantages related to the a priori algorithm. Okay, what is the first one? Candidate set. Okay, for each step we have to build the candidate set, and next, for building the candidate set we have to scan the overall database. That is the second disadvantage. If these two disadvantages are eliminated in the uh, primary eliminated in the frequent pattern growth algorithm, that is FP growth algorithm. Okay, these are the priori algorithm, FP growth algorithm, or two algorithms for finding the frequent patterns. Okay. To overcome these redundant steps, we have developed one algorithm that we call them as a frequent pattern growth algorithm. Okay, because of these two properties, that is scanning and constructing the candidate set for each step. Okay, the algorithm is slower compared with the frequent pattern growth. These two steps are not there. That is why it is faster compared with the a priori algorithm. Okay. To overcome these one, they have introduced the new data structure that we call them as a trio data structure. Okay, so storing the all the transactions there in trio data structures in which one? That is frequent pattern growth algorithm. They are going to use trio data structure. Okay, okay. In this trio data structures, all the transaction related data will be saved in this trio data structures. Okay. Let us see how we are going to construct this frequent pattern growth algorithm. Okay, what is the input for this one, guys? Normally we're going to use the input as it is like a query algorithm. Okay, transactions, and each transaction what are the items they have purchased, we are going to give it, and in addition to that we have to support the minimum support also. Based on that one we are going to find out the frequent patterns. Okay, we are going to find out the frequent. What is the input? Transaction and items. This is the input. Okay, for solve this one we are going to take this input transaction one. Transaction, how many transactions are there? 5 transactions are there, and each transaction these many items are there purchased. Okay, here we are going to use alphabets in place of item names. Okay, E means one item like ice cream, K means some item, M means some item. Likewise, each and item will represent the one. Okay, each and one alphabet represents one item. Okay, here overall 5 transactions are there, and each transaction what are the items they have purchased, they are represented in the form of alphabets. Okay, what is the minimum support also? The minimum support also they are going to provide as a input class. What is the minimum support they have provided? That is 3. Okay, right. For solving this problem, guys, a priori algorithm as well as FP growth algorithm, first and the foremost step is we have to write down the each item, how many times it is repeated also we have to write it down. Okay, for suppose here for the given input the age item is repeated 1 time. If you check the data set, okay, here is the data set. Okay, how many times A is repeated, just find out. Here is the one. Okay, in the transaction tree A item is repeated. Okay, likewise, next C. How many times the C is repeated? Let us check. Uh, Here 2 times. Okay, CC 2 times it is repeated. C is repeated for 2 times. Likewise, D. How many times the D is repeated? 1 time. Okay, likewise, we have to write down the frequencies. Frequency is nothing but support. Okay, how many? Okay, how many times that particular item is repeated? We have to write it down. Okay, here. Okay, we have to eliminate the sum of the items. How we are going to eliminate means based on the minimum support. Okay, based on the minimum support. Okay, we are going to eliminate the sum of the items. Okay, what is the minimum support they have provided? 3. Okay, means in these items. Okay, A is eliminated by because it's less than the 3. C is eliminated, its frequency is less than the 3. It is going to eliminate it, and D is also eliminated, its frequency is also less than the 3. Likewise, okay, E will be there. Why? Because its frequency is less than the greater than the 3. Okay, IB is eliminated. Likewise, after the elimination by using the minimum support, okay, we got the sum of the items. Let us see what are the items. Okay, with the help of this minimum support, we are going to eliminate the sum of the items. Okay, after the elimination, we got this type. Okay, we have to place these items in the descending order. K 5 times, frequency E 4 times, okay, M 3 times, O 3 times, and Y 3 times. Okay, 3 కంటే తక్కువ ఉన్నాయి ఉండవండి. Why? Because we have taken the minimum support as 3. Understand guys? ఎందుకని 3 తీసుకున్నాం? Okay, 3 కంటే తక్కువ ఉన్న items ఏమి ఉండవు కాబట్టి we are going to eliminate those items. Okay, after that one, okay, the remaining items and frequencies I am going to place in descending. Placing in descending. Clear? Till now? Till now, first step is frequency and each items we have written. After that one, okay, based on the minimum support, we are going to eliminate the sum of the items. Okay, after that one, the remaining items I have placed in a descending order. Okay, next, based on that descending order, I am going to rearrange the items. We call them as a order item set. We call them as a order items. In that, okay, in these items, which one is having the highest frequency? I am going to place it first. That is here, K is the first item. Next E, after that M and O with Y. Okay, if the item is available, we are going to place it. Otherwise, we are going to eliminate it. K E M O Y. Same order lo undo check cheyandi okasari. Okay, KEMOY. Likewise, we are going to place the all the items here. Okay, here K is there, E is there, next M అనేది లేదు, next O is there, Y is there. Okay, likewise we have to place this one. Okay, this 3 items here we have overall transaction and items and the ordered items. Overall we found the trio data structure. Okay, మనం ఓవరాల్ గా మొత్తం ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ స్కాన్ చేసుకోవాల్సిన పని లేదు, just we can use this trio data structure. But the trio data structure consists of transaction ID and okay, now onwards I am going to use this one for constructing the structure, tree like structure. Okay, for constructing this one I am going to use tree like structure guys. Okay, clear? Let us proceed. Okay, till now we found the trio data structure guys. Okay, trio data structure consists of okay, transaction and items and ordered set of items. In the ordered set of items minimum support యూజ్ చేసుకుని ఎలిమినేట్ చేసిన తర్వాత ఉన్నాయి ఉంటాయి. Okay, okay, now we got the trio data structure. We are going to use this for the next process. Okay, for constructing the tree like structure, we are going to use this trio data structure. Okay, for constructing the tree like structure, first step is we have to insert this the transaction one related ordered set. Okay, ordered item set into the tree like structure. Okay, here is the tree like structure, right? First, initially we have to take the null guys. Initially we have to take the null and we have to insert this each and every item into this null. If initially there is nothing is there, okay, we have to insert this KEMOY into this tree like structure. Okay, here we have to place the support also guys. K how many times it till now come? One time. E how many times it till now come? One time. M how many times it came? And O how many times it came? And Y how many times it came? We have written in this tree like structure. Okay, tree like structure we have added all these items. Okay, now insertion is over and support count also we have placed. That is the description here. Okay, clear? Okay, till now the transaction T1 related ordered item set is inserted to the tree structure. Next we have to insert these ordered item set for the transaction 2 to the tree. Okay, let us, what is the second item guys? That is KEOY. We have to insert this one to the tree. Okay, KEOY. Second one, what is the item? KEOY. We have to insert this one to the tree structure. Previously, K is there, EB is there. After that, we got O. ఇక్కడ వరకు మనము ఉంది కాబట్టి కేని ఇంక్రిమెంట్ చేసుకుంటాం, ఈని ఇంక్రిమెంట్ చేసుకుంటాం. ఈ తర్వాత వచ్చేపటికి ఓ ఉంది కాబట్టి ఇంకొక బ్రాంచ్ క్రియేట్ చేసి ఓ దగ్గరికి ఓని సపరేట్ గా ప్లేస్ చేసుకుంటాం. అండర్స్టాండ్? లెట్ us see that next again. Okay. Okay, KEOY. Okay, initially null is there. Okay, K is there means we have to increment the support, and E is there we have. Okay, we are going to increment this support. After that we have O guys. అందుకని చెప్పేసి O అనేది లేదు మనకి బ్రాంచ్ అనేది ఏ నుంచి, అందుకని we are going to initialize the new node, that is O, and we are going to place the its support also. After that Y. Okay, O తర్వాత Y ఎలాగో లేదు కాబట్టి here we are going to place a new node and initialize that one to 1 guys. Why? Because okay, it came only once guys. Okay, ఇప్పుడు వచ్చేపటికి ఏ రోకి ఆ రోకి మనం డివైడ్ చేసుకున్నాం అనమాట. ఈ రోలో వచ్చేపటికి రోస్ ఉంటే ఎందుకు నేను డివైడ్ చేసుకున్నాం ఫైనల్ గా నేను చెప్తాను. ఓకే, now second item set is ordered item set is inserted to the tree structure. Let us insert the third item set also. What is the third item guys? Okay, third item set is, that is transaction 3, that is KEM. KEM we have to insert. Okay, KEM ni insert cheyadam. KE, next one is KEM. Okay, from we are starting from the null node. K is there, means we have to increment the support by 1, means previously it is 2, now incremented by 3, and next we have E. Okay, there is a path from K to E. Okay, means we have to increment the count by 1, and after that we have M also guys. No need to take the other one. Okay, just increment this M by 1, that is 2. Okay, M by 1 means that is 2. Understand? Okay, now insertion of KEM is also over, that is item set 3 is also over. Let us go for the fourth item set. What is the fourth item set guys? Okay, KMY. We have to add this one to our tree structure. KMY. Okay, KMY. K is there means previously 3 is there, increment the support by 1. Next one is M. Okay, but there is no path. Previously E ko path undi, O ko path undi, but they don't have the path for M. That is why take a new node. Okay, that is M, and its support we have to place initialize by 1, and we have to try a arc from the K to M. After that one we have Y, means create a new node, and support also you have to write it down and initialize that one to 1. Okay, write a branch from that one. Okay, finally మనం ఇలా ఆర్క్ ని కూడా ప్లేస్ చేసుకోవాలన్నమాట, డాటెడ్ లైన్స్. ఓకే, దిట్ మీన్స్ ఇట్ ఈస్ రిలేటెడ్ టు 1 ఐటమ్, దట్ ఈస్ 1 రిలేటెడ్ 1. ఇక్కడ వచ్చేప్పటికి y కి సంబంధించి కాబట్టి ఇక్కడ కూడా మనం ఆర్క్ అనేది ప్లేస్ చేసుకోవాలి. అండర్స్టాండ్ గైస్? ఓకే, నౌ KMY is also over. KMY is also over. Okay, right? What is the last one? That is E. Okay, we have to add the KEO also. Okay, we have to add the KEO also to the tree structure. That is the last one. Okay, initially previously it is 4, that is incremented by 1 means 5. Next we have the E. Okay, we already have the path from K to E, that is previously value is 3. Okay, increment that 1 by 1 means 4. Okay, after that one, okay, go, we already have the path, but previously value is 1. Now increment that one value by 1, that is O is 2 guys. Okay, we have all added the all the information, that is trio data structure to this tree structure. Okay, trio data structure to the tree structure. Till now of the part is over. Okay, there is a few more processes there. Let us see that process also. Okay, till now any doubts you can ask me. Till now any doubts you can ask. Till now what is the process we have followed guys? First one is we have to eliminate the first one. We have to take the each and every item, and I will support also we have to take it from the transactional database. After that one, based on the minimum support, we have eliminated the some of the items. After that one, what is the next thing is we have to place the all the items, that is after the support content eliminate chesin tarvata we have arranged the all the items in a descending order. Based on that one, we have formed the trio data structure. Okay, in the trio data structure we have the transaction and item and order set. Okay, these three things are there in the trio data structures. By using that one, we have constructed the tree structure. We have constructed this tree structure. Okay, KEO. Finally, we have added this KEO. Okay, till now any doubt? Okay, hope you have understand this one. Okay, I'm proceeding for the next level. Okay, by using this one, we are going to proceed for the next level. Okay, by using this tree. Next, we have to generate the conditional pattern base. Okay, conditional pattern base means ఏం లేదండి ఆ ట్రీ స్ట్రక్చర్ నుంచే వచ్చింది అన్నమాట. First we are going to write the path from y and we are going to write the path for o and m e k. Okay, first we are going to write the path for, okay, pattern base. We call them as a conditional pattern base. y కున్న path రాసుకుంటాం. ఓకే, y కి సంబంధించి path చూడండి ఎక్కడ నుంచి ఉంది, ఇక్కడ ఒక దగ్గర ఉంది y, here is the another y, here is the another y. These three things we have to write it down in the conditional pattern base. That is why it has the three items. Okay, conditional pattern base lo three items endukani three parts ఉన్నాయి కాబట్టి those we have added this here. Let us see the first one how we are going to add means. Okay, what is the first path? K. After that one we have to reach T M O ఇక్కడ వరకు రాసుకొని finally we have to write this support of y here. Okay, K E M O KEMO, and how many times it support? This one, right? Likewise for the second part also. Here is the second part for y. How we are going to write? KEO. How many times y is repeated here? 1. That is why here we have to write the 1. KEO 1. That is the second one. KEO 1. Likewise for the third item also we have to write down the part. That is KM 1 time. KM 1 time. Till now, understand guys? Simple. Okay, for y item we have write down all the pattern bases. Okay, likewise we have to write it for o also. Okay, for o, here is the o guys. How many parts are there? Two parts are there. What is the first part? KEM 1 time and KEO 2 times. KEM 1 times and KE 2 times. Okay, these two items we have already added, and for that one we let us write for path for m. M కి సంబంధించి path రాద్దామండి. Here is the one and here is the one. Okay, how you have to write the path means KE how many times m is repeated 2. Likewise here K how many times? 1 time. Okay, K 1 time. Likewise for last item, that is E item, how many times it is repeated? 4 times. So what is the path? K4. K4 is the path. Okay, pattern base. Finally for K we have to write it down. Okay, here is the K. Before that one we have the null. That is why there is no conditional pattern base for K guys. Okay, till now clear guys? Any doubt you can ask me now. Okay guys, okay, till now conditional pattern base is generated. After that one we have to write down the conditional frequent pattern tree. Conditional frequent pattern, here we are going to find out the frequent items. That is also based on the minimum support only we are going to write it here. What is the minimum support here guys for this problem? 3 is the minimum support. Means we are going to write down all the pattern trees. Okay, that is more than 3. Okay, ఎలా రాసుకోవాలంటే కనుక just observe guys, simple. Till now we found the conditional pattern base, right? Okay, from that one how we are going to write the frequent pattern tree is just how many times K is observed? 3 times here. K 3 times it is repeated. Okay, 3 times it is repeated, we have to write it down. Alage each only 1-2 times, that is less than the minimum support, no need to write here. Likewise M, how many times? 2 times, less than the minimum support, no need to write. Likewise O, 2 times, okay, less than the minimum support, no need to write it. Likewise for O also conditional frequent pattern tree, let us write it down. Okay, for K how many times it is repeated? 3 times. Likewise E also repeated. Okay, here 1 time, here 2 times, overall 3. K is repeated for 3 times. Okay, K is repeated for 2 times. Why? Because here 1 time, here 2 times, overall 3 times. Okay, likewise, how many times the K is repeated? 3 times, and E is repeated by 2 times only. No need to write it here. Why? Because it's less than the minimum support. Okay, next one, K 4 times. Okay, you can write it down here. Direct. This is the frequent pattern tree that is generated. Frequent pattern tree that is generated. The frequent pattern reach అవ్వాలంటే కనుక మనం y నుంచి reach అవ్వాలి కాబట్టి we are going to include that one in the y in the next slide. Okay, till now understand guys? Any doubt in this slide? Tell me. Any doubt related to this slide? Tell me. Clear? మీకు ఏదైనా డౌట్ ఉంటే కనుక ఇక్కడే అడిగేసేయండి, తర్వాత మళ్ళీ అడిగితే కనుక మళ్ళీ ఆ మొత్తం అంతా ఎక్స్ప్లెనేషన్ చేసుకోవాల్సి వస్తుంది. ఏ స్టెప్ దగ్గర డౌట్ వచ్చినా అక్కడ అడగండి, ప్రాబ్లం లేదు. ఓకే, నో నీడ్ టు ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తాను, ప్రాబ్లం అయితే ఏమి ఉండదు. వాటికి స్ట్రెస్ కలిగిపోతుంది. Okay, I'm resuming it guys. Okay, till now frequent pattern trees we got it. Okay, from the item Y, frequent conditional frequent pattern tree is K3. From for the item O, okay, conditional frequent pattern tree is KE. For item M, frequent pattern tree is K3. For E, it is K4 guys. Okay, this is the conditional frequent pattern tree. Okay, from this one we have to find out the frequent pattern rules guys. Okay, here we have to add this. ఓకే, ప్రీవియస్ గా ఈ కే ఉంది కదా, దీన్ని యాడ్ తీసుకొచ్చి పక్కన రాసుకుంటాం అనమాట. ఇక్కడ 2 ఐటమ్స్ ఉన్నాయి కాబట్టి ఆల్ కాంబినేషన్ లో రాసుకుంటాం. ఓ ఈస్ కాంబినేటెడ్ విత్ కే, దట్ ఈస్ ద ఫస్ట్ ఐటమ్. ఓకే, అలాగే ఈ ఈస్ కాంబినేటెడ్ విత్ ఓ, దట్ ఈస్ ద సెకండ్ ఐటమ్. అలాగే 2 కాంబినేషన్, దట్ ఈస్ కేఈఓ, దట్ ఈస్ 3 టైమ్స్. ఓకే, వీ హ్యావ్ టు రైట్ ఇట్ డౌన్ లైక్ దిస్. ఐటమ్ ని మనం ప్యాటర్న్ లోకి కంబైన్ చేసుకుంటాం అన్నమాట. ఐటమ్ వరకు పాత్ రాసుకున్నాం, మరి ఐటమ్ కూడా ఇంక్లూడ్ చేసుకోవాలి కదా. దిస్ ఈస్ ద వన్ దట్ వి కాల్ దెమ్ యాజ్ ఎ frequent pattern generator. This is we call them as a frequent pattern generator. Okay, finally what is the solution we have to get from the FP growth guys? That is frequent patterns. We have to generate the different frequent patterns guys. Okay, here how many are there? Ky is one, ke is there, eo is there, keo is there, km is there, and ek is there. These are all the frequent patterns that is generated from the database. Okay, transactional database data తీసుకుని దాని నుంచి generate అయిన frequent patterns. These are the things guys. Okay, that is the finally solution we have to get it right. Okay, here guys, observe here, did we use any candidate set? No. Did we scan the every time for a generation of candidate set? No. Means that is the errors that is there in the a priori algorithm. Those will be eliminated here in this FP growth. Here each step మనం candidate set name generate చేయట్లేదు, and each step generate candidate set ని generate చేయడానికి there is a no need of scan the all the database. Those will be eliminated here in the FP growth way. That is why it is faster guys, and moreover that it uses less memory also. Okay, here it is just tree like structure, but previous one వచ్చేపటికి array like structure ఇచ్చేసుకుంటున్నా priori one. Okay, understand guys? From this one we have to generate the different association rules guys. Okay, association rules అనేది మనం ఎలా జనరేట్ చేయాలో ఆల్రెడీ దీని ముందు చెప్పి ఒకసారి ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేశాను, చూసారు కదా. అదే దట్ ఈస్ a priori algorithm అయిపోయిన తర్వాత we have generated the association rules. Okay, like for this one I have taken, okay, I1 I2 I5 కి సంబంధించిన అసోసియేషన్ రూల్స్ అనేవి ఎలా జనరేట్ చేయాలో ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేశాను కదా. ఇది దిస్ ఇస్ ద ప్రాసెస్ రైట్. Okay, by using this conditional confidence we have generated this one different rules. Confidence, we have calculated the confidence percentages. Okay, minimum confidence here they have given is 70%. Okay, those obeyed rules will we are going to take that one as a association rules. Means I5 tends to I1 I2, that is a one association rule. Alage I2 I5 tends to I1, that is a one association rule. And I1 I5 tends to I2, this is a one of the association rule based on the minimum confidence ni obey చేస్తుంది. Okay, ఇక్కడ మీరు గుర్తుంచుకోవాలండి వన్ పాయింట్ వచ్చేపటికి. ఓకే, మనకి ఫ్రీక్వెంట్ ఐటమ్స్ జనరేట్ చేసే దగ్గర వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు యూస్ మినిమం సపోర్ట్. ఓకే, ఫర్ calculating the association rules, okay, we are going to use the confidence guys. Okay, confidence formula is this one. Based on that one, we can generate the what are the different association rules. Those are strong. Okay, strong association rules are nothing but, okay, that will obey the minimum confidence as well as minimum support. Those rules we call them as a strong association rules. Here this is the one strong association rule, this is one strong association rule, this is one strong association. Why? Because it is above the 70%. Likewise guys, okay, you have to try for this one. Okay, okay, you have to write down the association rules. Okay, you have to write down the association rules for ky as well as yk also. ఓకే, ఇటు నుంచి ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ కే కొన్నప్పుడు వై కొనడం అనేది, అలాగే వై కొన్నప్పుడు కే కొనడం అనేది, దీనికి కూడా మీరు స్ట్రాంగ్ కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేయండి. సపోజ్ ఒక 60% అనేది కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ కింద క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేసుకుని నాకు టుమారో మీకు చెప్పాలి. ఓకే, టుమారో యూ హ్యావ్ టు టెల్ ద వాట్ ఆర్ ద డిఫరెంట్ కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ స్ట్రాంగ్ అసోసియేషన్ రూల్స్ ఏమేంటి అనేది దీని నుంచి మీరు ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయాల్సి. ఓకే రైట్, లైక్ కే టు వై తీసుకోవాలి, అలాగే వై టు కే కూడా తీసుకోవాలి. ఇక్కడ 3 ఐటమ్స్ ఉన్నాయండి. 3 ఐటమ్స్ తీసుకున్నప్పుడు 2 ఐటమ్స్ ఒక దాని కింద మర్జ్ చేసుకొని, ఓకే, వీ హ్యావ్ టు ఫైండ్ అవుట్ ద రూల్స్ ఫర్ దీస్ 3 ఐటమ్స్. నార్మల్ గా వచ్చేపాటికి అసోసియేషన్ రూల్స్ విల్ బి 6. ఇంతకు ముందు I1 I2 I5 కి సంబంధించిన లాగానే 6 రూల్స్ ఎలా వచ్చినాయో అలాగే ఈ ఒక్క ప్యాటర్న్ కే మీకు 6 రూల్స్ వస్తాయండి. ఆ 6 రూల్స్ కూడా మీరు స్ట్రాంగ్ అసోసియేషన్ రూల్స్ ని బేస్ చేసుకొని, కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ బేస్ చేసుకొని స్ట్రాంగ్ అసోసియేషన్ రూల్ వాటిని మనం ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేసుకోవాలి. ఓకే, అలాగే దీనికి కూడా మీరు క్యాల్కులేట్ చేయండి ఇంటి దగ్గర. ఓకే, దిస్ ఈస్ ద హోంవర్క్ ఫర్ యూ గైస్. ఓకే, minimum support is 3. With minimum support 3, okay, we have to write down the frequent item set for this FP growth algorithm. For FP growth algorithm, find out the frequent item set. Frequent item set ni deni find out cheyandi. That is a homework for you guys. Okay, by using FP growth algorithm, okay, we have to find out the frequent item set for the given below information, that is all electronics information. Here minimum support we have to take it is 3 guys. Minimum support you have to take it is 3. Here observe guys, by seeing this one we can say that one. Okay, I1 I2 I5 I1 I2 I5, that is repeated 2 times. Okay, we can take this one. Okay, alage I1 I2 I3 I1 I2 I3 I1 I2 I3, it is repeated for 2 times, means these two are the frequent items set. By seeing this one we can easily say that. Okay, but you have to do it in a problematical way by using FP growth algorithm. Understand? Okay, that is a homework guys. Okay, in this lesson guys, the first question is a priori algorithm, FP growth, and sometimes they will ask the comparison between that one also guys. Okay, what is the comparison between the FP growth and the a priori algorithm? Let us see that one. Okay, sometimes they have asked this question also. Okay, what is the comparison between the a priori algorithm and FP growth algorithm guys? Normally, okay, uh, the space related thing, okay, in the a priori algorithm we have used the more space. Why? Because, okay, each and every candidate set we have to use the separate memory. That is why it takes more space compared with the FP growth algorithm. Why? Because we have used trio data structure. Every time we are going to use the trio data structure guys, that is why less space. Okay, and time consumption also more in this a priori algorithm, that is less in this FP growth algorithm. Related to memory, high memory that is used in the a priori algorithm, less memory used in the FP growth algorithm. Why? Because here every time candidate set 1, candidate 2, set 2, candidate set 3, we have to use the separate memories, and we have to scanning also we have to do for the each and every time we have to scan the data set database. That is why it takes more time. Okay, and accuracy related thing, less accurate a priori one, more accurate is FP growth one. Obviously the drawbacks that is there in this a priori algorithm, that is eliminated in the FP growth algorithm. That is why it is more accurate guys. Okay, and the next one is number of scans guys. For each and every candidate set we have to scan. Okay, first in the candidate 1 set we have to scan the data set. For candidate 2 set generation also we have to scan the data set, and candidate 3 set also we have to scan the data. For each and every candidate set we have to scan it, but here only 2 scans are required guys. That is also for construction of trio data structure. Okay, clear? This is the comparison. Okay, let us see the more comparison.